This news update is brought to you by...
Say hello to Shanta. Shanta is an entertainer, but she also loves to be entertained, which is why she has Flow TV brought to her through Flow's 100% fiber to the home network. It's great for busy Shanta because she can control the time she watches her favorite shows, play back from the start in case she missed it, or even record with cloud video recording. And with her Flow services bundle, enjoys much more for much less. Visit any Flow retail outlet, call 1-800-804-2994, or visit discoverflow.co to find out more. One-of-a-kind connection. This is how we flow.
It's Wednesday, March 30th, and time for the Barbados Today afternoon update. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. We begin with an impassioned plea from a Vincentian fisherman to Barbadian authorities. Last year, Linford Jack's boat was seized by the Barbados Coast Guard after it was involved in a drug bust. However, Jack, who has proof to show that the vessel was stolen just prior to the incident, is appealing for the return of his boat. He says without it, his entire livelihood is at stake.
Everybody down here know me, all the fishermen, all the police, they know me. They know I clean.
Okay.
That's why I could come up and come forward, I have nothing to hold back, nobody has no secret to me.
Okay.
That's my property and I'm willing to come forward anytime.
Attorney General Adriel Brathwaite wants to see a Barbados free of domestic violence, and he is pledged to do all in his power to ensure that the country does not record any more cases. He made the vow as he addressed the closing ceremony of a 3-week citizens' domestic workshop held at the Valley Resource Center in St. George last night.
What we need to do is spend more time trying to change behavior. We've done a significant amount of training with judges and magistrates, NGOs, etc. But I have to say that we probably started incorrectly. We should have started with you, the ordinary citizens, because it's you who's going to make the difference.
Prime Minister Frondell Stewart says his government is taking steps to ensure that the country remains a congenial place for residents and visitors alike. He made the comments as he addressed those attending the Sandals Special Guest Reunion last night. The country's leader says with tourism being the major economic earner, his government is committed to making the country safe, especially for locals.
And therefore we feel ourselves under an obligation to make sure that we make Barbados as congenial and as comfortable a place as possible for those who visit us. We do not start by trying to make it congenial for the people who visit us though. We start by making it congenial for our own people here in Barbados. Because we are aware that if the people of Barbados are not happy, if they don't feel comfortable here, if they are not proud of the country in which they live, they will be hard put to it to smile when they see you coming. And they will find it that much more difficult to be warm in their exchanges with you.
In other news, the Barbados Workers Union says it's hoping that the management of the Barbados Water Authority will adopt a recommendation put forward to save costs. Union boss Tony Moore says the BWU believes the BWA can cut overheads if it revamps its overtime system. Moore believes the proposal, which was put forward some 3 years ago, will go a long way in maintaining job security.
This proposal of ours related to how the Barbados Workers Union, through our workers here at the authority, can contribute to reducing costs of overtime and so on. The Barbados Workers Union has been willing to give up in those areas as well, and up to now, although this matter has been discussed at the level of the Prime Minister, who has responsibility for civil service, and he's aware, we have not heard positive word from the Water Authority as to how we can help contribute to cutting costs. Our proposal was against a backdrop that we wanted to maintain job security at the Water Authority, and so our compromises were along this vein. So hopefully we will get to those discussions so that we can start to recoup some of what had to be paid out in back pay to workers.
Musician Eddie Grant wants a lasting monument established in honor in Sir Gary Sobers. The two-time Grammy Award winner made the call last night during the opening ceremony of the 17th annual conference of the Sir Arthur Lewis Institute for Social and Economic Studies. Grant says with Sir Gary being the island's only living national hero, such an attraction erected in his birthplace will bring about great benefits for the country, especially in tourism.
And I've had this problem ever since, that Barbados has not sought to establish to the world all these tourists that comes here. They have not established to the world where Sir Garfield Sobers lives. Because, you know, in any other country in the world, that would be worth millions. And the amount of people that would be going past this guy would have to move out.
In sports, Australia enters the ICC Women's World 2020 for the fourth time. Playing in the first semi-final in New Delhi on Wednesday, the three-time defending champion delivered an impressive 5-run win over All 4 England. Captain Meg Lanning hit 55 of 50 balls to steer the Southern Stars to 132 for 6 after they were sent into bat on a slow pitch at the Feroz Shah Kalota ground. England, runner-up to Australia in 2012 and 2014, was kept down to 127 for 7. Now the Aussies are now waiting the winner of tomorrow's match between the West Indies and New Zealand.
Yeah, look, they're playing against West Indies tomorrow, so that'll be a pretty good game. And we're not really fussed who we come up against. It's a World Cup, so you're going to have to play against the best. And New Zealand have certainly been in very good form and playing some good cricket against us, especially. So we're going to have to prepare well if we do come up against them. But we're quite good at sort of getting up for big games and really putting our best on the park when it really counts. So whoever we come up against, we're going to have to play really well, but we'll be ready for them.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
Originally, the Venezuelan National Assembly passes an amnesty bill which could see dozens of jailed opposition leaders being set free. The opposition-controlled assembly passed the bill after a heated discussion late on Tuesday. President Nicolas Maduro has signaled intentions to block the bill on the basis that it will benefit criminals and terrorists. The opposition won the parliamentary elections in December on a promise to work towards the release of dozens of what is considered political prisoners. Among the more than 70 detainees who could be freed if the bill becomes law is Leopoldo Lopez, a prominent opposition leader who was sentenced to 30 years and 9 months in prison last year for inciting violence during a mass protest. And finally, Myanmar has a new president. He is Hin Yaw of the National League for Democracy, the first elected civilian leader in more than 50 years.
Tin Jaw, Aung San Suu Kyi's pick to be this country's next president, sworn in alongside 2 vice presidents. And also Miss Suu Kyi sworn in as a minister. She is going to be, she's taken a huge amount on her plate. She's going to be the foreign minister, the education minister, the energy minister, as well as being a minister.
Good morning, ambassadors and alternate representatives.
What Tin Jaw, the new
it's
president,
a great morning,
does, and making
and I'm sure you
his
would prefer
decisions comply with the way she's thinking. So a hugely important, symbolic day here in Myanmar. It does really almost beg a Tin Jaw, Aung San Suu Kyi's picked to be this country's next president, sworn in alongside 2 vice presidents. And also Miss Suu Kyi sworn in as a minister. She is going to be, well, she's taken a huge amount on her plate. She's going to be the foreign minister, the education minister, the energy minister, as well as being a minister in the president's office, effectively keeping an eye on what Chin Jaw, the new president, does and making sure that his decisions comply with the way she's thinking. So a hugely important, symbolic day here in Myanmar. It does really almost beg a belief that it's been more than 50 years since someone without a military background has led this country.
And that's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website www.barbadostoday.bb. Also, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good afternoon.